Hi friends, today is our first day of second grade and I am so excited. But you know what? I am also a little bit nervous and that makes me jittery. You know what that made me think of though? This book that is called First Day Jitters and it is by Julie Danneberg. It's normal to feel nervous on the first day of school, especially if you are new, like me. I am new at Ashton. But let's see what happens in this story. Oh, I see somebody hiding under the covers because they are nervous about their first day of school. Sarah dear, time to get out of bed, Mr. Hartwell said, poking his head through the bedroom doorway. You don't want to miss the first day at your new school, do you? Oh, Sarah is going to be new at the school too, just like me. Who do you think he is? Who might he be? Maybe he's the dad? I'm not going, said Sarah, and pulled the covers over her head. Of course you're going, honey, said Mr. Hartwell as he walked over to the window and snapped up the shade. She does not want to go to school. No, I'm not. I don't want to start over again. I hate my new school, Sarah said. She tunneled down to the end of her bed. There's Mr. Hartwell thinking, ay, ay, ay. How can you hate your new school, sweetheart? Mr. Hartwell chuckled. You've never been there before. Don't worry, you liked your other school. You'll like this one too. Besides, just think of all the new friends you'll meet. They're all the new friends that she might meet. That's just it. I don't know anybody. And it will be hard and I just hate it. That's all. This is how Sarah thinks it's going to be. Look how crazy that looks. What will everyone think if you aren't there? We told them you were coming. They might send the police to look for her if she doesn't show up to school. Everyone's looking for her because she hasn't come. They will think that I am lucky and they will wish that they were at home in bed like me. Mr. Hartwell sighed. Sarah Jane Hartwell, I'm not playing this silly game 1 second longer. I'll see you downstairs in 5 minutes. What do you think? Do you think Sarah's gonna come? Sarah tumbled out of bed. She tumbled into the bathroom. She fumbled into her clothes. My head hurts, she moaned as she trudged into the kitchen. Mr. Hartwell handed Sarah a piece of toast and her lunchbox. They walked to the car. Sarah's hands were cold and clammy. They drove down the street. She couldn't breathe. She was feeling so nervous she felt like she couldn't breathe. And then there they were. Whoa, look at this school. Does that look like Ashton School? It doesn't. It's very different. I feel sick, said Sarah weakly. Nonsense, said Mr. Hartwell. You'll love your new school once you get started. Oh, look, there's your principal, Mrs. Burton. Sarah slumped down in her seat. She really doesn't want to go. Oh, Sarah, Mrs. Burton gushed, peeking into the car. There you are. Come on, I'll show you where to go. There's Mrs. Burton, the principal. And there's Sarah. She led Sarah into the building and walked quickly through the crowded hallways. "Don't worry, everyone is nervous the first day," she said over her shoulder as Sarah rushed to keep up. Wow, that's a really crowded hallway. I wonder where they're going. When they got to the classroom, most of the children were already in their seats. The class looked up at Mrs. Burton and she cleared her throat. Class, attention please, said Mrs. Burton. Look, they're all looking. Look at her. They're like, ooh, who is that? When the class was quiet, she led Sarah to the front of the room and said, "Class, I would like you to meet Mrs. Sarah Jane Hartwell, your new teacher." The end. Oh my goodness. So the girl who didn't want to go to school that day was their teacher. She was so nervous because it was her first day teaching at that new school. I'm feeling a little bit nervous too, but I am so excited that I get to meet all of you. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to write in your journal how you are feeling on this first day of school. Tell me how you're feeling and tell me why you are feeling that way. Remember to write sentences that have a capital letter at the beginning, that have punctuation marks at the end, and remember to leave finger space between the words.